All right. All right, what's up, y'all? This your boy Space coming in with the Blue Beetle tutorial. So I feel like Young Justice in this thing. And the reason I made this tutorial is because I know, other than the beta, I have not seen any just thorough breakdown on Blue Beetle and how he plays. And I don't know if he's changed much from the beta or not. Maybe he hasn't, but I still want to get this out there. Day 2 to all my people that are new to the game or who are interested in Blue Beetle but don't know what to do or how to use him. So this is going to give you a quick rundown, philosophy, thought process to use with them, strategies, combos, and all that good stuff, all that ooey gooey. Now keep in mind, this is my very first tutorial, so please, if I do anything wrong, if I say anything that's false, or if you have anything to contribute to it, please let me know in the comment section. Please do, so we can all grow together. That's gonna be the big thing on this. I am not just this god on Blue Beetle. The game is only been out for 2 days or so there's still gonna be a lot of learning for all of us, but I think the good thing is the faster we learn, the better we get. Yeah. So first thing, let's go over his walk speed. His walk speed is good. He moves fast. I like it. Now, I do like how overall they increase the walk speed in Injustice 2. So everybody moves a lot faster. The pacing feels different. Characters don't feel so clunky. I felt like they were clunky in the first one, at least to me. But he's pretty cool. Now the thing about Blue Beetle is that his movement game is ridiculous, and he can play so many different ways. I feel like he's a good roundabout character because you have this one stance where you can do your fireballs, do your projectiles. You can move around. He's designed, I feel like he's designed to just move around a lot and just to annoy your opponent. He's like a bug. He's a beetle. He's just flying around, moving, hitting you. You just never know. But now in this stance, he can control the spacing game a little more. He can really control this mid-range if he wants to, which is dope. So you have different ways you can play. Personally, I find myself playing a lot with just this stance right here because I like to zone and like to get in when I want to, but there's some people that like to use this claw because you can do a lot of things with this stance. Hence that right there. So he's a very interesting character. So let's go over his normals first and foremost. His standing one, very quick, very typical light. Now, if you don't know what I'm saying when I refer to 1, 2, and 3, your 1 is your square button, it's the light attack. Or on your Xbox, it would be X. So your light punch is your 1. 2 would be triangle on your PlayStation or Y on your Xbox, and that's your medium attack. 3 would be X on PlayStation or A on Xbox, and that is your heavy attack. And 4 would be circle on PlayStation and B on Xbox, and that is your character power. So if you don't know what 1, 2, 3, or 4 is, it's gonna take you a little bit of time to really get those down because I'll be going pretty fast on explaining all of these and just rambling off 1, 2, 3, back 1, 2, blah blah blah. So if you don't grasp it right now, it's okay. You're probably gonna watch this video a few times anyway to really absorb all the knowledge. That's what I suggest. So his standing 1, 7 frames. If you don't know what frames are, I would suggest you going to look up a video. There's plenty of videos explaining it. Some people can take a long time explaining it because it is a pretty complex thing, and I don't want to go into that now because I want to give y'all the good stuff. But this is 7 frames. 7 frame startup. -1 on block, so it's good. It's not cancelable. At least from my knowledge right now. I'm trying to cancel it. It's not special cancelable. You would have to press 1-1 to get the cancels for it to chain into special moves. So that's a pretty good move. Fast. Now his crouching one is the exact same, 7 frames, and I believe it is. Now the good thing is the frame datas are in this game. So shout out to NetherRealm for doing that. So this is -4 on block. So it's relatively safe. Nobody's moves are typically gonna be less than 6 or 7 frames outside of special moves. So just keep that in mind. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah. This is good. This is special cancelable. The crouching one is special cancelable. So that's a great thing to use for punishes if you want to go for a full combo punish. Oh, missed that. But back one is decent. It is 0 on block, so what that means is that you or the opponent neither have an advantage, so you'll be able to attack at the same time if they block this. Now this is also special cancelable, so you can use this as a good little spacing tool if you don't got the power stance on. Say back one, shield, push him away. Push him away and then you can continue your zoning. That's one way to use that. Now his twos, his standing 2, pretty slow. It's twice as slow as his standing 1. But the thing about this is that it combos into a grab string. And you don't have to connect with this grab string to make the grab hit. You see that? But we'll talk about that later. But yeah, this is decent. You will only use that to really start that grab string. Because if you want to go for a combo starter, your one would be better for sure. Now your back two is very good. This is gonna be a lot of meat for your combos and starting and opening the opponent up. Because it's an overhead, it's 15 frames. Yep, so it's a very fast overhead. And you can cancel in like that, because those are both overhead. So you can just mix it up, or you can mix up with the down forward one. We'll get into that later though. But that's a very nice thing, especially like in the trait, it hits so far. You see the standing 1, standing 2. Now the crouching 2, 6 frames. In my opinion, the best anti-air option he has. 6 frames, extremely fast startup. He has other options, but I feel this is the best one. You'll see later. And his 3 heavy, his heavy attack is a longer range than you think. It looks like it doesn't hit that far, but it actually does. Deceptively. And that is not special cancelable. But all these moves, all these 1-button moves are trait cancelable. And then the back forward 3, down forward 3. And quick tip, you can dash out of these now. I don't know if that was in the last game. I don't think that is. But I feel like they made these slower. But you can dash out of them and cancel out of them. That's pretty cool. And his down 3 is just a typical sweep. Now, the forward 2, I forgot to talk about this. This is a very good move. This is one of your bread and butters as far as strings. You can cancel into that as well. Let me see. Yeah, let me look at this. Yeah, see. So look at that. Look how far that scoops. Ugh. That scoops very far. Very good range move. And it's a mid. It looks like low, but it's actually a mid. That's the cool thing about it. So you got all these interesting moves. So yeah, that is his normals. And all the normals can be canceling the trait, like I said. So if you ever want to switch up your game, you can just cancel into those. Now, I wouldn't suggest doing that, but like say if you get that hard knockdown, get that sweep. Well, sweep doesn't cancel, but that cancels. See, because you see all that hit stun, so you're good to go, and then you can just change. You can just change your play style right there. So say you're back here, y'all are zoning. You wanna dash in. So now you got that. Then you just switch. So y'all just zone boom. There you go. Now I know that look absolutely. So special moves. Now, back forward 2 is his standard projectile. A pretty fast projectile in comparison to some other people's. I feel it's not as fast, but nonetheless still a good projectile, does good damage, and you can do it in the air as well. And if you meter burn it, you get a hard knockdown off of it. So if you wanted to push your opponent back, get that full screen, get that hard knockdown, you can use that and then just get the work on your offense. So you can just get to work on doing what you want to do. But I feel like there's better options than that, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Now, his down forward 1 is this barrage. Now, this barrage is very nice. It starts off low, and it's a 4-hit combo. And if you meter burn it, you see you get another bounce and you get more of a combo. You can continue it. So you can do something like that. That was 1-3, 1-3-2, 1+3. So the second thing up there at the top. And that's a very easy combo to just convert for good damage for 1 bar. So that's nice. The range is good. It'll track in. Now this, you wouldn't typically use this as a combo ender, more like a starter. If you're gonna spend money, I mean not money, but if you're gonna spend EX on a move to start a combo, I would suggest this. Because you get so many opportunities. You can even do something like that, which is really nice, and that's great damage for 1 bar. Now his down back 1. Now this is an anti-air, and it's typically for anti-air. You can do it up close, but you see sometimes it whiffs. Like you see a lot of the times it's gonna whiff because it's used specifically for anti-air. So let's have her jump. Oh, well, that's the wrong thing. Oh, they got blown up. But you can do, well, there you go. And you can meter burn it right there as well if you want to, and you know you can continue that combo. Now this move is a 9-frame startup, so that's not bad. But what I was saying about the uppercut is the uppercut is only 6 frames, and you have more of an opportunity to combo off of the uppercut too. So it's easier to do that on reaction than down back 1, and then having to spin the bar to EX it. So you'd be better off using that uppercut, in my opinion. Of course, somebody may come out with some tech or something, but right now I feel like that's the best option. But nonetheless, I mean, it's decent. Like, if you want to end combos with it, I suppose, you know, just to look flashy, because that does matter. Don't let nobody tell you that doesn't matter. Style matters. Okay, well, that's not style. That's drop combo. That's another drop combo. So that's not style. But anyway, so next move is going to be the back forward 3. Now this shoulder thing. Now here's the thing about this shoulder thing. It's better than what it looks. It's 11 frames, so this is fast startup. This will be your main combo ender 80% of the time, because in the trait it changes to this, and in the trait it can be EX'd. Now this shield cannot be, but I want you to see how far this shield hits. It hits about half screen. Now you see that arc that he's going down. You have to hit in that arc, because if you miss, that is negative 53. So you will get blown up into the moon and the stars if you whiff that. So it's kind of like, it's kind of not like that at all. But don't just be throwing that out there. Don't be just going in raw. I know that can be applied to multiple things, but don't be going in raw on that. On block is negative 4. So on block, it's a little better if you can get it on block. But whiffing it is not gonna work. And like I said, the reason it's a good combo ender, because just like that, you can do that. If you're in power stance, it can be that. You can even EX that. Oh, well, I wasn't in power stance. You can EX it and get more damage and a harder knockdown off of that. Alright, so let's see what's next. Now, this is the interesting thing. This is the game changer on Beetle, what makes him so unique, and it's this flight stance. And the thing about this flight stance, there's a lot of different things you can do with it. So it's down back 2 in the air. The easiest way I found to do it is to do it like off the air, like off the ground like that, really quick. If you ever played Street Fighter, it's like the SPD motions, but it's just down back 2 in the air. So there's a few different options you can go through from this. You can go straight up, just pressing up, and you can attack out of any of these. You can press any button out of these. You can go up and forward, and you see that's pretty cool, because you can do things like cross-ups. You can go backwards if you want to retreat. So you feel like your opponent, if you're trying to get pressure, and your opponent's just not having it, you want to go back to zoning, then yeah, you can just back up, go off in here. And just back up and just change your style. This move really allows for a lot of versatility. And that's not all, folks. From this move, you can also dash forward. If you just dash. To do the jump up is up. To do the jump forward is jump forward. To jump back, you already know. And you can go down too, just down. If you just press down, you'll go immediately. You see that's not pressing anything, and that's pressing it immediately. You come down a little faster, and that'll allow for those combos. You see where people get real fancy with it. But you can draw back. So that's a good move. This move is gonna take a lot of time just messing around and trying to figure out what you want and how you want to do it, because this is where the game like really gives you the personality. Because if you want to jump around, you can zone, you can go into this, you can still fly in that. Let's see, you can do things like that. You can even do things like here. I thought this was cool. See, like you can do things like that when you get them in a corner. The flight is just a cool thing because, see, you can do that. And then they gotta guess. Or you can do it. You see, or you can just go to the other side. You can go up. You can kind of like delay it so if they're trying to anti-air you. You can like hold. You can throw off their timing. So yeah, there's a lot of things. This is where your imagination comes into play, for real. Like, I've just had a lot of fun just jumping around in here with this, because there's just a lot of different options you can do. And another thing to mention too about the trait, actually I'm gonna say that for a little bit. Look at the super. Let's take a look at this super right quick. I really do like this. This is nice. Beautimus. Okay, so we're talking about his strings. Let's go over some of these common strings. Now you see I got them all up there because these are the most important ones, the ones that you'll be using 90% of the time. There may be like one or two more that you use, but if so, that's cool. This is not to try to put you in some kind of box, but just to give you a framework and just to give you an idea of what Blue Beetle can do. So one of these, 111, great little combo starter. Now I'm gonna go in here and set her to block. I'm gonna set her to auto block because this is, so, and it is a true combo. Okay, why are you still blocking? Yeah, golly. So that is a true combo. Now, common things to go through from this would be down forward. Or if you want to create more space, you can go 111 shield. You can use that in the shield. Or you can go EX, and that'll give you space. That'll give you a little space. So now you can go back to your zone, and if you want to zone, fireball, pop in your stance again. Now the interesting thing about this stance is that you can cancel into it through pretty much any combo. So anywhere you would do a special move, you can trait cancel as well. So if you do say, you can't do it right there, but right here, forward 2, 3, you can cancel. Forward 2, you can cancel. X, you can cancel. 1, 1, you can cancel. 2, 1, you can cancel. Like all of these you can cancel except for 1, 3. That's the only thing you cannot cancel. So there are ways to get in your trait if you just ever want to switch up your game. Now, 1, 3, 2 is that simple stab down. 1, 3, 2, 1 plus 3 is a typical little combo ender. That's you can go 1, 1, 1 into that right there. And you see 1 bar, that's 300 damage. That's a very simple combo to start off with, like if you're just starting to use Blue Beetle, just to have a combo to get quick, easy damage. So if you want to say, if you was punishing somebody, you could just go right there, you get 231 off of a crouching 1. Yeah, but that's a pretty cool thing. Now, 1, 3 is a great thing to use if you want to go into the flight. So you can go 1, 3 down back 2, and you see you go straight into the flight. And from there you can go anywhere. And you can mix them up with 1, 1, 1. That's 1, 1. See, so you can do a lot of different things. You can go up, go back, and then if you're in the power stance during this, you see you can do that. So this is another good thing too. Let's look at the frame data on this. 14 frame startup, -12 on block. So you're unsafe if somebody blocks this. But doing this air thing, now this air thing may, if they punish like right after, if they punish with a low, they won't hit you. But that's where the flight comes in. If they try to punish, you can just float up on top of them. Or you can dash away right there. Now they do an uppercut, you're done. But you see what I'm saying? You have different options to where you don't have to. You can kind of get yourself out of these situations. And then plus if somebody starts hitting you in the air right here, if you want to, you can just spin the 2 bars and air juggle out of it. Oh, goodness gracious. Now, this back 2-3. Back 2-3 is pretty cool. The back 2, like I said earlier, is a game changer because it's a very fast overhead. You can go into any of these confirms. See, you can go into that if you want a meter burn, or you can just finish it off. Now forward 2-3. Now forward 2-3 is probably your main combo extender. Actually, I use this pretty much more than anything in the middle of my combos. So this forward 2, it looks low, but it hits mid. And when you do that, it's a juggle state. And you can jump up 2, you can jump up 1, you can jump up 3, 2, extend the combo, go 3-3, and then shield. You can do 1-1 shield if you want. Now that will not combo. you can do 1, 3, 2, 1, down, back 1. See, that is a use for the down, back 1. That's just a little cool. That's just a little fancy thing. Now, if you want to EX that, so that give you 211. But you can go into the power stance. Let's try from the power stance. And the thing that's so cool about this combo is that in power stance, look at that. Look how far that scoops from. Look how far this scoops. Because you can go. See, yeah, you could do that. If you just change 1 to 2, you just change 2 to 1. Instead of doing 2 in the air, you just do 1. It's over. It is over. And then that's a great thing for extending combos too, like I said earlier. Just like that. Or you can do yeah, see, and it's the main ingredient in that combo too. Now, 2, 1, 1 plus 3. That's just another combo. And you can use that. You can use that right here after 1, 1, 1, down, back 1. You can do. You can do that. Let me see. You can do. Wait, what in the world? Oh, I did the wrong thing. Because I want to show y'all a whole bunch of different things. But you could do that. I'll do it just for the sake. You get the idea. You see, that's plenty of time right there. And the 3-3, this kick combo, that's another ending string. You end like that. If you're a little more advanced and you're not gonna end with the command grabs, get a little more damage, you can go there. It'll also help in situations like it'll also help in situations like there we go. And then of course it doesn't have to be done. Doesn't have to be done. She could do a lot of different things, but this 1-1 is good. Now 2 is so. The overall strategy for Blue Beetle is he's a very all-around character. A lot of his game is gonna rely in the setups and just being able to switch these stances and really being a nuisance to your opponent, because you can control the long range, you can control this mid range from right here with this, as well as the close range. So it's gonna be about just using them however you want. That's gonna be the dope thing, because it's gonna be a lot of mind games. A lot of mind games with him, because with this flight you can cross over. You can always switch the stance and just take it more calm and just relax. You got some good footsies. You got reliable air games. So yeah, so it's really gonna be on you being creative and doing whatever you want with Blue Beetle. So thanks for watching, guys. I know it's a little long-winded, but I feel like that's what we needed to get all the details about him out. Now, I'm not a Blue Beetle expert, and of course there'll be new things that come out as we play the game more. But if you have anything, like any combos or any strategies, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. If you want me to do another character, just let me know. I am totally down to do anybody else you guys want to see. So, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more down there at the bottom. See you later. With the epic fail at the end.